Good day, my co-teacher. You're welcome to Legends Spice Academy mentorship program for the month of January year 2026. There are some basic things that we need to do as teachers, and I will be telling us here so that our class can be more effective. We are going to, in this session, we are going to be learning the learning styles of our learner and the multiple intelligences. So please, I will need your full attention in this particular session because this is the foundation of everything you're going to do. You want to teach as an online teacher, you are doing it physical, your own is physical teaching. You need this. You definitely need it because I have pictures to illustrate and you will see how these children learn. When you have a client and they entrust their child in your care or in your academy or in your tutorial, the main goal for that is for the child to be able to do well academically. If by the end of the term or the month that the child is not doing well academically, the parent will question the teacher. In fact, they will not go to school and question their class teachers. They will come to you that you are giving them the extra classes to question you. And you'll be like, your child is just spending 1 hour with me. What are you expecting? Are you expecting a magic or what? The child spent like 8 hours in school, some 7 hours. They will not go and question the teacher because the teacher will have given them the try to remove herself from the equation that is not me that is not doing my job, it's your child that is not learning. So they will bring their frustration back to the online teacher or to the lesson teacher. So you have to prepare your mind. You have to be stable emotionally for you to be able to face this stage. Very, very important. And there are some parents that they will even come and try you first. They want to know that you mature enough, are you stable emotionally, try to, so the way you react, every action trigger reaction, so the way you react to their action, that it will also determine if you're going to continue with your child or not. So all these are needed to know when you come to online class. And for the fact that you are not even seeing this parent, you haven't met them before, probably you got a referral and from one parent to the other. Like out of all the parents that I have in my academy presently now, I only know 2 physically that I met here. We know ourselves one-on-one right here in Nigeria before they relocated. The rest, I have never seen them before. I have never met them before. I only have their contacts and we do video calls. If I should meet them today, if I should have a contact with them physically today, I might not even be able to identify them. I might not even be able to know them. Well, I might not be even able to recognize them, rather. I'm sorry about that. So you see, so we have to be professional when it comes to what? When it comes to online class. So my name still remains Miss Ebenezer. Now, the session that we are in is you understanding learning style and multiple intelligences from the age 3 to age 9. This program is designed to help teachers how children learn differently and how to teach effectively by recognizing learning styles and multiple intelligences. Now, our learning styles. The first one is the virtual learners. Now, if you look at this picture now, these students sitting right there, they are what? Virtual learners. They learn best by seeing pictures. They learn best by using charts, seeing charts, using colors and images. So when you are teaching and you show a picture to illustrate your topic to your learner, he or she will understand it better. Now, I will advise us to always make use of our flashcards, our posters, drawing, and videos. After you finish teaching a particular topic, especially numbers, number work, mathematics, for the beginners, we use number work. For the graders, lower grader and upper grader, we use math. When you are introducing any topic in math, please use videos. YouTube, you have videos on YouTube. Go to YouTube, download, use it. Use it. Do you understand? You can even record your own class and post it there. Tell them to go there and download. Tell them to go there and watch again so that they will understand the topic that you try to introduce to them. Another one that we'll be learning is the what? Is the auditory learners. Now, auditory learners learn best by listening and hearing information. In this learning process, we use songs, we use rhymes, we use storytelling, we use verbal explanation. The next one are the kinesthetic learners. Kinesthetic learners learn best by doing, touching, moving. Now look at this picture now. You see the first picture, those girls, they are using Legos to learn. They build. You can use blocks. We can use Legos. They build different things, build truck, some build airplane, build a lot of things with this. They are the kinesthetic learner. And if you see the way they are building, they will be enjoying it. They are learning as they are doing it. It's play away method. We use it, we call it play away method. There are some that we set up a learning center when we know that, like when I was teaching, when I was still in school teaching, we have a learning center. I think our facilitators actually encourages all teachers then to get a learning center. So if you have a kinesthetic student in your class, tell them to go and make use, even as your children at home, tell them to go and make use of learning center. That's my own punishment. You are disturbing me in the class, go to learning center, go and learn. You need to learn something. That is time to learn. If you should have time to disturb your teachers, that means you need to have the time to learn more. So by doing that, other students that they are not even kinesthetic, they are jealous of the boy, like, okay, let me too go and learn there. So they too, they will go there, they will learn, and before we know it, at the end of the session, we have a perfect class. Okay, so here we have the impulsive learners. Impulsive learners, they are like children with special needs. Yes, autism children, but in this case, autism has its percentage too. If you have a child with autism and it's something you can manage, like doing my teaching in class, I actually, at least in my 5 years at my last place of work, I taught four special children with special needs. Four of them. There are some that they are not really special, but you will see that the percentage of the autism in them is is probably like 20% or 30. They will also be misbehaving in class. So I have my method of teaching them. These autism children, children with special needs, it's not the one that is chronic. There are some, because we categorize them then. I remember we have special, special. We have one that is special. Those special. Oh, it's out of hand. We always encourage the parents to take them to special school. But if it is special, I told you that we have our own personal way of categorizing them. So if the child is special, we have a way of teaching. Like I have one that I will it, okay, now normal class, a perfect class, you use like a week to teach a topic, and by the end of that week, like 80% or 90% of your class have already understand the topic. They understand what you taught them or everything. But if you, in case of special children or special, you will have to call them to your table. 2 weeks, they don't understand. 3 weeks, you still have to go back to that first topic. 4 weeks, you still have to go back to that. In fact, by the time they will understand, out of like 30 lessons, 30 topics that you have in a session, at the end of the session, maybe they will only understand like 10 or 20. If they should understand 20, you tried. You are an excellent teacher. You are an excellent teacher if they should understand that. So you need to know your children very well. So look at this now. This one now, you can see a picture. They are always active in painting. When it comes to number work, they switch off. When it comes to writing, they struggle. But tell them to sit down and draw. Tell them to come out and sing. You want to give them, probably you want to introduce, give them a definition of a particular topic. Sing for them. You will see them dancing. They will be very active. So once you discover the area of which they learn, you will be able to you'll be able to tailor your lesson towards that. So it really helps. These are the impulsive learners. Yes, then we have the active. We have the active and passive learners. The active and passive learners, they are like the interpersonal intrapersonal students. They are people smart. They walk around people, they sit down, they they learn. In fact, you don't need to struggle with these people, with these children, with these learners. You don't need to struggle with them. Introduce any topic to them, they understand. Either you use flashcards, by the time you use the flashcard, you use the auditory learner styles, you use the what's it called? Or you use music and everything. By the time you use all these things, you see these people smart. They are the genius in the class. They are the genius in the class. Either they are you are giving them instructional materials, or you use flashes or whatever, either you use it or not, they understand what you are telling them. They understand, so they don't give you problem in class. They don't give you problem in class. So there's no how as a teacher you have a private class. No, there's no how as a teacher you have a private class. You have the mixture of all these learners, and you as a teacher must look for a way to be able to work with these students so that they will not stress you out. The same thing with online class. Imagine if you have like two special or something. How are you going to teach them? How are you going to teach them without stressing yourself? Even the one that learn perfectly, you see, by the time you finished a class, you see that you've exhausted yourself, and you'll be looking for all manner of things to hit to regain your strength and everything. So as a teacher, we have to what? We have to know what we are doing. So you knowing all these learning styles will actually help you as a teacher to teach differently, and it will give you the ability to effectively teach all pupils successfully. Teaching to different learning styles will give you the ability to effectively teach all pupils successfully, either auditory, either impulsive, either kinesthetics, or visual learners. You'll be able to teach these children without what? Without any stress, and successfully. So that's that about the learning styles. So we go for probably a second's break before we move to the multiple intelligence. So don't worry, the next video I'm going to send now is going to be on multiple intelligence, because I have some things to illustrate there too. So I will be reading it out. You will see. Please, I would like you to listen to this again and again until it become part of you. I can boldly tell you that when you tailor your lesson plan or lesson notes toward all these learning styles, you will be able to teach effectively. You will have a perfect class. Even if there are some simple or some challenges or some difficulties at times, you'll be able to solve it, because the main issue is the learning style. It is when you are not teaching a child according to his or her learning style that you'll be having problem with teaching or with the child learning. So let's try and solve this. This is the foundation of everything. Once you can do with this, or you can work with this, you have what? You have children coming out in flying colors. In flying colors, they will have a different mindset when they go out. They will be able to relate with their friends outside. They will be able to do a lot of things. So please, that's it. Hello guys, welcome back. Welcome to multiple intelligence session. Yeah, I will start by reading Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence in the year 1987 to 1993. This maintains that intelligence is something more complex that can ever be reflected upon by test score, and that the Western education system overemphasized the linguistic and logical mathematical intelligence. At least five other intelligences are present in everyone to some degree. Therefore, our classroom should include activities, materials, and assessments that respond to all intelligences. And we also are to share information with parents, involving them in the learning process. Parents are recognized and valued as collaborators in their children's education. Teachers can explain their intelligences or domain area of knowledge activities to parents in a brochure or pamphlet or an open house or doing parents and teachers meeting. And the specific terms are not as important as the idea that all of us need to be appreciated for our strengths, which might be in different area. Parents must be encouraged to provide different activities to discover and nurture their child's own intelligence. So as the teachers are working, so are the parents too, because parents are the first contacts that a child we have access to. They are the last person they see before they go to bed, and they are the first person they set their eyes on as soon as they are what waking up in the morning. As soon as they're opening their eyes in the morning, they are the first contacts they see. So very important. Parents too should not leave their responsibilities to teachers. Yes, I understand the fact that students actually should I say respect or fear their teachers at times. Yes, most times they always honor the words of their teachers, because the relationship of parents to a child cannot be compared to that of teachers to a child. So there's a big gap with that. But even at that, as teachers are doing their own bits of the game, parents too should be able to do their own part too, so that we will be able to nurture and train a well behaved child. Okay, so with that, we're going to what we have with multiple intelligence properly. The first one is linguistic intelligence. These children have sensitivities to the meaning, sound, and rhythms of words. They are good at using their verbal language skills and even storytelling. Most times, they are journalists, poets, editors, sorry, and play rights or politicians. Some of them end up to be a politician. So they enjoy the word game like Scrabble, crossword puzzle, solving riddles, brainstorming. They love reading poetry, tongue twisters, and so on. So you can include all this in your lessons too. In case you have a child that is linguistic, you can actually include it, and it will help. It will really help. Then these are the advice we have for teachers, suggestion for teachers. These are the activities for linguistic learners. It must include reading, writing, workshop, book sharing, dialogue writing, book tape story, word processing, and newspaper activities. And for the parents, advise them, encourage them, suggest to them to always read with their children, listen to them, listen attentively to their questions and give appropriate answers. Provide sufficient book and papers. Encourage your child to tell you about story they read or share, something they have written, or even their experiences in school. Please involve them in conversation. Very, very important. It will help them to build their self up in this area. So now with that, we move to mathematical logical intelligence. We have the what's it called, diagram that illustrate that. Then I have the picture. This boy is mathematical logical intelligence. Yes, mathematical or logical intelligence. So as you can see, the boy, that's him. And these students or these pupils, they have natural talent for using numbers effectively as mathematician or tax accountants, and they were able to reason well as a scientist or computer programmer. They adapt in problem solving, calculation, hypothesis testing. They enjoy playing chess, checkers, or other strategy games, board games, pattern games, experimenting. They have strong reasoning skills. They are so good in quantitative reasoning. They ask questions in logical manner. Yeah, they are very wise. They are very wise. Yeah, you will see them. Once you know them, you see them. Once you see them, you know them. Then these are the advice for parents. Let your children experience shows them how to use a calculator. Allow your children help with the family budget and to budget their own allowances, setting the table, sorting clothes, organizing the drawer. They are the ideal what activities for children. So, and look at this diagram, go through them and learn more. Now, because of time, we're moving to the spatial intelligence. Spatial intelligence, look at diagram, their virtual cues, their invention, art, daydreamer, illustration, diagram, decoding, image oriented, their designs. So these are the partial intelligence for you. They are the partial intelligence for you. And partial learner respond to visual clue, like I said, and image illustration oriented. They often are daydreamers and have talent for art. They love color most times. Give them anything, they say they would like to color. I have them in class. I have them as my online student. Now, suggestion for teachers: use color in your activities. Verbs could be blue, nouns red, antonyms could be orange, synonyms could be purple. For example, mathematical symbol can be color coded as well. You can tell them, okay, like sorting of numbers, color number 3 green, color number 5 red, color number 4 purple. Give them color, you will see them. Provide manipulative and use guided imaginary and mind mapping. So for parents, provide opportunity for solving puzzle on investing. Let children with spatial intelligence choose the color for their personal belongings, bedroom design, the arrangement. Then with that, we move to musical intelligence. These people are music smarts. They are music smarts. The children are sensitive to and talented in musical expression, rhythm, pitch, and melody. They have rhythmic word way of speaking and moving, as well as being sensitive to environmental noise. Now, there's this rhyme that I used to, whenever I want to do sounds, like probably I just introduce animals, sounds, and its environment to my students because I have it in English as a topic. So, okay, the sounds of a dog is a dog barks, bah bah bah. Okay, so I will use the best suitable rhymes for that is old Madonna had a farm, or we on our way, on our way to Grandpa's farm. Let's go there. We on our way, on our way to Grandpa's farm. So you see the reason why you need to know songs. Very, very important. Because if you want to work with learning styles, you have to prepare yourself. It's a lot of work. It's not that a lot of work. Once you are used to it, you start enjoying it. That's just at the beginning it may look somehow. In fact, when my facilitator then told the upper grade teachers to be learning song, they were like, they are not teaching the beginners and everything. And the woman said, you need to learn song. If you are teaching math, use songs. Use songs or your multiplication tables. Use songs so that it will stick in those ones that are music smarts among them. So this we have different songs for each topic in order to make our work easier in the class. So your children will be able to learn we easily. And here are suggestions for teachers. Note the volume and pitch of your voice. Use descriptive and rhythmic words to enhance communication. Use variety of music in classroom as background and to teach skills. Have listening centers and tape records, storybook. Be attentive to environment sounds and how they might interfere with your children learning. Suggestion for parents: encourage your children to sing along or clap to the rhymes. So to the rhythm rather. So that's it. And for that, I think syllables. When you want to teach syllables, we use clapping method for it. 2 syllables, you clap twice. 3 syllables, you clap thrice. 4 syllables, you clap 4 times. So like that. We encourage students to do that, and it will make the work to be more effective. So now we're going to bodily or kinesthetic intelligence. These pupils are body smart. They are the ones that are good in sports, swimming, jumping, doing hockey, running. Yes, the athletes. So we have them like that. They are body smart. In fact, it will, if you see a kinesthetic pupils in your class or online, it will be difficult for them to sit still. You just have to what engage them for them to be able to. In fact, most of them then in my class, then they are the class captains. I have work for them. Go and get go and get the books for me, share the books. You go get the pencil, share the pencil. You go get this, like that. They cannot, because if I don't keep sending them things like that, they will be disturbing the class. So it's not they are not, it's not that they are being wicked or anything. It's because of who they are. So as a teacher, when you discover that, you'll be able to work towards that. You're able to help them think that. Yeah. Now, these individuals do very well in physical activities such as sports, dance, and acting. They are athletics and active. They enjoy creative, dramatic, role playing, dancing, expressing themselves with movement and bodily action. You see them at times in the class, even when you are not paying attention, they will be doing what's it called? Daddy, mommy, children stuff. They will be mimicking their teacher. Who is there is one, this my particular, but whenever I get to, is normally sleeping in the class. So I would tell them, stand up, go first go wash your face, and come back. So before you get back to the class, at least the sleeping will have be gone. So anytime we go, he gets homes like that, and his junior sister is sleeping. Say, stand up, go wash your face. And come back. And the mother was like, who used to say that? It's Miss Ebenezer. Now those children, they are funny. So it's because he's learning towards that. This is the concluding part of this. So, suggestion for teachers: provide physical exercise, hands-on activities, work through difficult problems and ideas such as subtraction, addition, use materials such as clay blocks and other manipulatives in the class, so that any of your pupils that is bodily or kinesthetic intelligence will be able to learn. Now, here are the suggestions for parents. You suggest to parents too, in order to help their child learn fast in that area. Involve your children in dancing competition, acting, sport activities. Provide a variety of manipulatives for experimentation, walk, jog, egg, skate, play tennis, bike as family. These children will enjoy swing, riding toys and slide, play games such as Simon Says, hide and seek, peekaboo, provide chores such as sweeping, setting the tables, and emptying the trash can. So you can see the diagram for this. They are sport people, they dance, they love touching objects, acting, they are active, they are dramatic, role play, they need movement, they need to move around. It's because of their nature. It's not that they're being wicked. Okay, so this moves us to interpersonal intelligence. Interpersonal intelligence. Interpersonal intelligence, the very social. They are children that are very social. They are intuitive about their feeling, other people's feelings. They are people's person, because they can read others feelings and behavior. So people who exhibit this have the ability to perceive and understand the mood, intention, motivation, feeling of other people. They enjoy socializing with peers and belongs to clubs, committees, and other organizations. They are excellent leaders, have empathy for others, are street smart. They can help peers and work cooperatively with others. You can see them they go for competitions, they do a lot of things. They are very social, very, very, very social. They can speak like, here you get. So these pupils, once you discover this, you help them on that particular area. And we have diagram for that. They are social, like I said. They are intuitive, feelings, empathy, behavior, mood and intention, perception of others. These are interpersonal intelligence. Most times, these people end up to be a good leader, a very good, because they have listening ear. When others speaks, they listen and they look for a way to help other people out. So they are very, very good as leaders. Very, very good as leaders. Then we have, okay, after the interpersonal, then we have intra. Yes, sorry. Then we have intrapersonal. Now, these intrapersonal pupils, they are self-smart. You don't need to struggle with them. Teach them anything. By the time you are using instruction materials and everything for others, before they get it, these people, on the first day of your lesson, they will understand whatever you're teaching them. Give them work. You see them, they will get 5-5 without stress. These people are what? They are self-smart. These learners know themselves well and display a sense of independence and strong will. They work well independently or in small group. They are very self-motivated. They are very self-motivated, preferring solitary services activities. Sorry, they have the ability to understand their own feelings, motivation, and moods. In fact, you might need to spend some time with this child to find out about his or her hobbies and interests. These children are able to learn from their successes and failures in life and exhibit high self-esteem. They are emotionally sound. They, if they try something and they fail, they don't feel bad. They learn from it, then they move on. These are the self-smarts. So they are self-motivated, they are solitary activity, strong will, hobby, interest, understanding their own feelings, high self-esteem. You see them, they are even respected everywhere. They are respected everywhere. Now, these are the key points in multiple intelligence theory. Each child possesses all 7 intelligences. Most people can develop each intelligence to an adequate level of competency. Intelligences usually work together in complex way. They may be there may be more than 7 kind of intelligence. Effective education should honor this intelligence among children, teach with various intelligence in mind, and assess pupils' strengths and weakness in way that they are intelligent fair. The concept of multiple intelligence is diametrically opposed to the theory of general intelligence or IQ. So, as you plan your instruction, incorporate activities that teach to the strength of a wide range of intelligences among your pupils. Use this chart to help in your planning. Number 1, logical, mathematics, number, logic, puzzle, scientific method, linguistic, reading, writing, speaking, storytelling, music, singing, music appreciation, imagery, um, composing music software, spatial charts, graph, diagram, painting, drawing, photography, geometry, use of words, search, word card to arrange a sentence, letter card to spell words, word games such as Scrabble, puzzle word, crossword puzzle to assist reading skills. Use color flashcard as well as color indicators or rulers and yardsticks and highlight important